Okay, hello everybody, it's Jeff Today, how you guys doing today? Today we're going to be reacting to how Hatsune Miku has impacted my life. Lovable Hatsune Miku asked me to do a reaction video for them, that's why I do these videos for her. Um, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm trying a new format here. I have my little box up here and then a big picture of me. Yay me. So let's begin.
Hello everybody, I'm Lovable Hatsune Miku, and in today's video I will be telling you guys about why I love and adore Hatsune Miku so much. This video might be long depending on how much I go into detail and what it was like in my past and stuff like that. It's a little bit sad in some parts, and I will warn you, it kind of does get depressing in halfway through the story. So I hope it doesn't bother you too much. So without any further ado, let's just get right into the video.
Okay, there we go.
Why do I like her so much? Well, Hatsune Miku is a Japanese fictional singer, and she's from a software called Vocaloid. She's an android and a Vocaloid, which is why you put it together and you get Vocaloid. Because, it's a software and you can make any kind of music you want with her, and, she can speak in English too, depending on which software you have. So, yeah, I'm not going to get into too much detail about who she is. You guys can look that up for yourselves. So, let's talk about how I became a fan of Hatsune Miku in the first place. So, let's go all the way back to 2013. So I was in grade 7 at the time. I was probably 13, I think, too. So my friends one day told me to look up this girl called Hatsune Miku, and I was like, why do I have to do it? And they were like, just do it. So they did. So I checked out one of her videos. I think it was Ivan Polka, the first Hatsune Miku song I ever heard and listened to. So I checked it out and I watched it, and I was like, okay, that was okay, I guess. So to be honest, I actually really didn't care about Hatsune Miku that much when I first started, and I know I suck for saying that, but hey. So my friends kept asking me, like, and like, did I like Vocaloid yet? And I was like, no, not really. I didn't really care for it. So I thought, okay, let's give it another shot. Like, I knew there were other Vocaloids, so I looked at the Vocaloids and I saw a picture of Rin Kagamine, and I was like, hello, who is this? I thought she was really adorable because the bow is kind of what got me interested. I was like, oh my god, she's really cute. So I looked at videos of Rin Kagamine, like her songs. I think the first song I heard from Rin was Meltdown, actually. Very old song. It's very good too. It's very catchy. So I started listening to all the Rin
Okay, my
Kagamine
spacebar does
songs,
not
and
work.
it was awesome. So for the long
Okay, so what's up with the weird chibi looking one? It is that like an actual music video or something, or an SFM, short filmmaker, I think it is, or something like that. Because I don't remember seeing a music video like that, and you've shared a lot of Hatsune Miku music videos with me. Come on.
time, Rin was my favorite Vocaloid. I listened to most of her songs, and I guess a little bit of Len's songs, because sometimes Rin would get paired up with Len, and that makes sense because they're actually mirrored images of themselves. But people can assume they're brother or sister. I personally think they're brother and sister, but the creator for Rin and Len said you can make them to be whatever they want, like whatever you want them to be. So I've always seen them as brother and sister, even though they're mirrored images of each other, meaning like opposite, you know.
Wait, are they brother and sister? I always thought that they were boyfriend and girlfriend. I I don't really know much about the characters or anything, just what you have told me.
But hey, that's just my opinion. I also listen to other songs too, like from Luca, like Just Be Friends and stuff like that. Actually, Luca, I don't really listen to many of her songs. She's an okay Vocaloid. Mako, she's definitely the Vocaloid that gets the least love in the fandom, I feel like. And that kind of sucks because I think she's really funny because, she gets drunk a lot and stuff like that. But Kaito, I don't really care about that much because, I mean, he's an okay Vocaloid, but kind of sounds like I've seen like memes of Kaito kind of sounding like Kermit
Kermit.
the Frog, but in Japanese. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of true. So yeah, Rin was my favorite Vocaloid for the longest time. I thought she was just so cute. I thought she was like the best thing ever. But then I kind of thought like, okay, let's give this Miku girl a chance. Because again, I didn't really care for Miku that much. Because it didn't click with me for some reason. So I guess I just started listening to some of her songs like Graffiti, Odd Puppy Puppy Po, World Is Mine, Rolling Girl, and I think that's when I started getting into Miku, was when I was listening to some of her
Hmm.
most.
See that these videos don't show up for me. I'm not allowed to watch them because I'm from America. So I know you shared one of these before, and I could not watch it because I'm in America. I can't watch a lot of content, which is weird because another video I'll be uploading, it is so bizarre because a lot of the music I have is made in America. The band was made in America, but when I go to Apple's iTunes store, it says the song's not available in your country. How does that make a lick of sense?
Popular songs like, Rolling Girl and World's End's Dance Hall, and I was like, okay, she's actually kind of cool. Oh, and also Secret Police and Cat Food, all the good classic games from the arcade or Future Tone games. Those are really classic songs. So I was like, okay, she's actually kind of cool. So I guess I started listening to more and more of her songs, and I watched the concerts, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like, I thought it was really cool. And I think that's when I started like being more open-minded towards her. I was like, okay, I kind of feel bad for not liking her because she's actually kind of cute. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Miku is freaking adorable, and I think she's like the cutest thing ever. Also, back in 2013, that's when I actually started getting into Japanese songs because people always judge me for not liking, well, not so much liking, but not listening to English music. It's so annoying. Like, people ask me like, "Oh, what kind of music are you into?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm into like Japanese and Korean music." And they're like, "Okay, why do you like that? Like, can you understand what they're saying? Like, how can you like that?" And I'm like, just because I can't understand what they're saying in the song doesn't mean I can't enjoy a song. Like, who says you have to understand what they're saying in the
Uh, you could counter that by saying, "Do you know what Gundam Style says?" Because, quite frankly, I don't even still know what the actual words for Gundam Style are. But yeah, that was a cult classic in America for a while, and that's Korean music. But yeah, it's just a catchy tune. And that's all that matters is a catchy tune sometimes. The words could be shit, but if the instrumentals are good, listen to the instrumentals. Don't pay attention to the lyrics. Or sometimes it's just that voice. The song can be total garbage, but the singer could actually be very good, just has a beautiful voice. And that's all you really care about. Okay, gonna have to stream these two together. I just hit the
song to
wrong record
enjoy it.
button.
Like, freaking, like, oh my god, it's so annoying. And then people think I'm weird for not liking English music. Like, what? Like, what's wrong with me, like, listening to Japanese and Korean music? And sometimes Chinese music. Like, just because I speak English doesn't mean I have to like English music or listen to it. Like, the way I saw it, like, when I was listening to English music, it was okay, but after a while, you start to hear all the same songs on the radio and on TV, and it kind of starts to get old. And it's like,
That does happen a lot. So, like, I listen to a 103.3 KMOV radio station, and they tend to play a lot of the same songs every week. They are the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. These band albums made more than their popular songs, so play some of their other flippin' songs for once. Stop repeating the same bloody popular songs. They made other music. But yes, it does get annoying listening to the same exact music every now and then. That's why I kind of branched out to a wide variety of genres: rap, country, rock and roll, hard rock and roll, metal, heavy metal, even Irish folk music, German polka music, believe it or not, Japanese music. So I expanded my library because I got tired of hearing the same goddamn songs over and over and over again. And anytime a new song comes on the radio, they play it until you get annoyed of it and want nothing to do with it anymore. That's why music dies so much right now. We just keep exposing ourselves to it to the point to where we get annoyed by it.
it's like an escalator, let's put it this way. I was like on an escalator and it would only go up. Like, let's say, like, only English music and nothing else, just going up. It felt like I was on an escalator, like I couldn't do anything about it. It was like I'm so bored of doing this all the time. But when I started getting into like Hatsune Miku and Vocaloid music and Japanese music, it was like me jumping off the escalator and landing on the ground and like having a rainbow trail appear in front of me. first time. It was something new. It was something exciting. It was really. It was just so much like it like hit me all at once when I started listening to Hatsune Miku's songs. Like it was like a burst of energy, like a rainbow just went through me almost. And I've been walking that path of happiness ever since. And it's kind of hard to explain, but that's what I feel like when I look at Hatsune Miku and I listen to her songs. It's like a rainbow. Like it's like I'm sorry if I'm pausing so much, but it's hard to describe the amount of happiness I felt when I, started getting more and more like attached to Hatsune Miku. It's like unlimited happiness almost when I listen to her music and I watch like, of course I watched like MMD videos, which is Miku Miku Dance, but even though there was like no like like um like sound coming out of the videos, it was just like the characters would talk and
Okay, that just reminded me of a meme that somebody shared. I think it was either on MeWe or Facebook. It was a video of a mother chopping up peppers, and the daughter's crying because she's got something in her eyes. So the mother, not washing her hands after touching the, I think they were scorpion peppers, just kind of goes up and goes, "Oh, let me see," and gets the juice in her eye. She starts screaming bloody murder. She's like, "Oh my god, what did I do?" And then she's touching her eyes, and then she's screaming now because it burns. Peppers are not something to mess with, people. If you're gonna mess with them, take every single precaution, because you will burn yourself very, very, very easy without even realizing
it would be like Japanese kanji or hiragana
it.
kind of like subtitles. I didn't know what they were saying, but it was so much fun to watch, and it's such a big part of my childhood. Vocaloid. Also, once when I started collecting, I think I was 14. My best friend at the time bought me a Rin Kagamine plushie, and I was oh my god. Well, before she went
I
to
think that's
some
how my sister
anime
sees my
convention thing or
cooking.
something, and
I
she
think she sees it
had
as
some
it's
friend at the
poisonous
time,
because
and
she
she
never
took
eats
her
anything
instead
I
of
cook
me.
unless it's
And I was like,
sweets.
you just met this girl. Like, why are you taking her to like this anime convention instead of me? And she's like, oh, blah blah blah. I couldn't remember what she said, but I was pissed because I knew she was gonna get something. And the day of my 14th birthday, I believe, she wanted to show me something, so she brought me over to like our cubbies, like where our bags are and stuff, and she showed me the Rin and Len Kagamine plushies she got. They were like tiny, and as soon as I saw the Rin Kagamine plushie, I was like dead inside. I was like, "Are you really just doing this just to like piss me off?" Because she knew how much I loved Rin Kagamine. So I was like, "Okay, that's cool. Like you bought yourself a little Rin Kagamine plushie, and like even though you don't really care about Rin that much as I do, that's cool." I was like about to cry. I was like, oh, like frick this, I'm out of here. So just as I was about to walk to the door to go to the learning center, she stopped me and said, "This is for you." And I was like, "What?" She gave me the plushie and she said, "Yeah, it's your birthday gift." And I was like, "Oh my god, like that
Hmm.
is the nicest thing anyone's ever
Oh,
given me."
that
And
is
it's
nice that
still
she actually
true.
did
Like
that.
that's the best gift you could give me for my birthday is Vocaloid merch. I will love you forever if you get me something Vocaloid related. Like, and it's funny because the day of my birthday, I made this like cutout of
Ugh,
Rin Kagamine to put on my
nose is
cake. So
itchy
I was
this
like, that's
morning.
perfectly themed. So ever since then, I've been buying Vocaloid merch for 7 years because I became a fan in 2013. So almost 8 years. And oh my god, I have so much merch. If you have not seen my Vocaloid video where I show you guys my Vocaloid merch and merchandise, I suggest
You
you
do have
watch
a
that
lot of
video because
merch.
it's cool to see like all the Vocaloid merch I've collected over the years. And
I'm actually kind of jealous you have so much merch of one franchise because looking around my room, had to take down all my posters. Dad said no more posters up there because I'm gonna be moving out soon, hopefully. And also, we just painted my walls. It looks a lot better than what it did. But as far as merchandise goes for me, I got a Resident Evil shirt. I have a Sailor Moon notebook or notepad and Sailor Moon playing cards. I have a bunch of Pokemon action figures, so I am well represented by my Pokemon nerdom. But Halo, I got a couple posters for Halo, some stuff that came with the Halo 4 Special Edition, and the Halo 510 that my buddy Evie gave me. Um, that's really it. Yeah, that's actually it. So Pokemon, one thing for Resident Evil, two things for Sailor Moon, and a lot for Pokemon. A lot for Pokemon. So I need to buy some more merchandise for the other crap. Oh no, wait, I take it back. I also have a bumper sticker on, well, more like a little uh, Belleville sticker kind of thing for my car. That's the umbrella logo from Resident Evil. So I got two things from Resident Evil, but other than that, besides excluding posters, really, because posters are, well, I guess okay, including posters. I got a couple Halo posters that were manuals or a Halo 3 poster. Other than that, Pokemon's the most franchise I have. I need to get more stuff.
That's a fun little way to show off, my collection. Also, I bought Project Diva Mega Mix for the Switch, and I am so freaking happy I
Mm.
finally have that game. Little
Add me
recap
on
of
the
the story.
Switch.
That announcement for the game came back in 2019, I think, so I had to wait a whole year just to play that game. And at the time, I didn't have a Switch because, when the Switch came out, I think that was in 2017, I was like, I don't need a Switch. But then I saw the trailer for Project Diva Mega Mix, and I was like, okay, now I need a Switch. It was like, dang it, they got me. It's like, if that game didn't come out, I wouldn't have a Switch, but they knew how to wrap me in. That's what they do. They make certain games.
There's only one problem I have with this. A couple problems I have with the Switch. The games, even used, are still expensive. Like, I was going to get Smash, the new Smash game for the Switch. It's been out for a while, and there were used copies, but the used copies were like $43. That's still pretty pricey for a used game. I go over to the Xbox One games, and I can get. I got Star Wars Battlefront 1 for $3 used, and the game looked like it was in mint condition. Same with Battlefield 2, Call of Duty World War 2. I only paid like $15 for it. And right now, Xbox offers so much more features, including actually being able to talk to people, whereas in Nintendo, you have to download the Nintendo app, pay for the Nintendo app, and only then can you talk with friends and message them and video chat with them. Other than that, you cannot talk to anybody. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit at all. And their game selection is so small compared to Xbox. They allow a lot of indie developers to develop games for them. Nintendo, not so much. You're missing out on a big market, Nintendo.
Games for a certain console so you can buy it, and I saved up my money ever since from yeah ever yeah I saved up my money for a couple of years actually. Well,
And
actually,
yes, I
maybe
just
a year,
woke
yes.
up,
Saved
so
it up, and it
I
was
still got
really
crap
hard
in my
because there was
eyes.
a few things I saw in town that I actually wanted to buy, but I was like, stop it. You gotta save
Is
up
that
that
supposed to be
money for
like a
that
ghetto
Pokemon
look?
game. I know you want it. Like I saw this magazine with Blackpink on it, and I really wanted it because I love Blackpink, but I was like, no,
Mm.
just don't buy it. I was also in Toronto too, and Toronto has so many cool things in the mall during the winter time. And I was like, freak, there were so many good things I want, but I can't. But I controlled myself. I saved up my money. I paid a lot of money for my Switch actually. I paid $451 for my Switch, and that's probably the most expensive thing I've ever bought in my whole life.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Because I've
whoa!
bought lots of expensive things. Like
You
I got
paid $400 for your Switch? The Switch does not cost $400. Okay, I got mine as soon as it came out, and on November on my birthday. I don't think it was a Black Friday deal. It was Thanksgiving, so it's before Cyber Monday when I bought it. It was $249. $440 is like an Xbox. Nintendo has always been cheaper than Xbox or PlayStation. They've always had, even going back to the 90s. Nintendo has been cheaper, and you got price gouged. Don't go to Amazon to buy Switches now. They are being price gouged up the wazoo, and they're not even limited edition consoles. They're just the standard consoles. Even hand controller, the wireless hand controller, they wanted $102 for on Amazon, and at Walmart they wanted $62 for it. For once, Walmart actually had a better deal because they're not being price gouged. Even the same controller I just bought, that's a wired controller, they wanted About $80 for it on Amazon. I only paid $32 at Walmart. And that's because it was a clearance item. The actual price is $42, but yeah, still, your Amazon has a big price gouging thing going on right now, and just be very wary, people, when you actually buy stuff on Amazon right now. Check other sites because it might be price gouged.
bought a TV for $200 at Costco, but the Switch, that's probably the most expensive thing I've ever bought. So I bought the Switch a couple of days after my birthday because the Japanese release for the game of Project Diva Mega Mix or 39, whatever you want to call it, that came out on the 13th of February, and I was like, okay, that's awesome. The Project Diva game is coming out the day before the Sonic the Hedgehog movie comes out on Valentine's Day. It's like two things I love coming out at once. It was like so freaking cool. So I bought the Switch and I had to wait longer because the English version for some reason didn't come out the same day as the Japanese version. And it was weird
They
because
never
I
do. You
already
gotta
bought
hire
the games
translators and
for
everything.
the PS Vita that I had for Project Diva F2nd. The day it came out, it was usually the same day as the Japanese release. So I thought, okay, like that's weird. So I went to EB Games to check if they had it, and I looked and I was like, okay, like where's the hardcover copy of the game? And I asked the cashier like if they had it in stock, and they were like, no, maybe it's on the eShop. And this was before I bought the Switch too. So I was like, okay. So I went all the way to Walmart, which was connected in the mall, and I walked all the way over there. It was holy cow, so much walking. So I asked them, and I was like, do you have this game? And they were like, no, I don't think we have it. Like that seems a little strange. And I was like, I was just so upset. I was like devastated because I was thinking I could finally like buy the game and have it, but then to realize it didn't come out the day it was supposed to, I was just so devastated. Oh my god. So I had to wait longer, and I was like, what the heck is going on?
Oh, I
So
love the
once I
retro
did
bit.
buy
I
the Switch, I
love
went to the
8
eShop to
bit.
check if it was like, on the eShop, and it wasn't. And I was like, what the frick is going on here? I was just so pissed. It felt like as soon as I was close to finally thinking I could get the game and play it, it wouldn't be there. So finally on May 15th, they finally announced that the English version was coming out May 15th, and I was so freaking happy. So I downloaded it on the 13th, and it was like done. I bought the full expansion pack, meaning if you buy the one with not all of the songs on it, I think that one was like $44. Meaning if you buy that version, you're not gonna get all the songs you want. Like they come in like packs. I think 4 songs come in each, and they're like $11 each for like each
Yeah, that's called microtransaction. Welcome to the future of gaming. You like this game? Well, guess what? If you want to actually win or be good, you're gonna have to fork over around $15 or more. Oh, did you like our older games? Well, guess what? We took everything from the older games, scrapped it, made everything new. If you want to unlock stuff, you have to buy surprise packages or whatever the fuck EA Games calls them. And then you may have a 1 in a million chance to get the item you actually wanted. And if you get a duplicate item, well, guess what? You're screwed. We're not going to give you back the points you spent. We're just going to delete it and say, well, thank you for wasting your money on us. Microtransactions, loot boxes are ruining video games, people. Stand up and say, hell no, no more of this bullshit.
that you buy, and I was like, frick that. So I bought the full expansion pack, meaning every song, like all. How many songs are on that game now? 141 songs, I think, or something, or 114 songs. So I bought the full expansion pack for $80, meaning every song in the trailer comes into that bundle. It's pretty expensive actually, but I hear in Japan they're actually getting ripped off in Japan because it's more expensive for some reason. I was like, oh, that's not good. Like they're getting scammed on this. So I was like, oh, I feel bad for the Japanese. So they probably have to pay more.
The USD versus, I think it's yen. $1 is worth more in Japan than a euro or yen is worth in America, I think. I did a price conversion of it. Let's actually see, because I got the app on my phone now. It made it so much easier. Um, so you said it was $11, so USD. If I could figure out where my app went, there it is. So I use Smart Tools for a lot of conversions. It does basics, living, science, miscellaneous. So let's see, 11 US dollars is 1,186.24 yen. So if we go to yen, 11 yen is only worth 10 cents in US dollars. So the US dollar is worth more than yen. So that is actually pretty interesting. So in, yeah, 11 yen in GPD, it is worth that's British pounds, 0.08, so 8 cents. CHF is Swiss, I guess, 10. Canadian, 13. Let's go to Canadian. So 11 Canadian dollars is actually $8.38 in US dollars, and is 931 yen. So we're gonna do 903.31. Ah, I hate how they added add to this. Okay, so 903.31 yen is exactly $11 Canadian and $8.38 USD. So yeah, $11 doesn't get you much in Japan. Well, actually, it does in our currency, but the yen is not worth that much. And so 11 US dollars is actually 14.45 in Canadian dollars. So it's I've seen a lot of I got a lot of currency from around the world, and yen is the most confusing currency to understand. I do also have Canadian dollars and coins, and it's easier to understand. So I just don't understand yen.
More money actually, I bet. But hey, $80 for a game, that's pretty expensive. Because when I bought it for the PS Vita, I paid maybe like $50 for it because PS Vita games aren't really that common. I might have paid $40 for it actually. Because yes, so yeah, I bought the game. I was so happy, but I had to wait until the 15th to actually play it because I was like, frick this. So I think in like I waited and I finally got to play the game after waiting a whole year. My first Switch game too. If you guys are wondering why I made that my first Switch game to ever play, and I tortured myself. Here's another story. When I saw the trailer for Project Diva F Second, I really wanted it, and I didn't have a PS Vita because I knew I had to get a PS Vita. So I actually bought the game first, and I didn't have the Vita, so I think I waited. It was a couple days. Um, I remember because when I saw it in the store, it was at EB Games, and it was the last one. And when I saw it in stores, I was like so dead inside. I was like, holy cow! So I bought the game. I was so happy, but I didn't have the Vita, so I had to save up my money from Christmas. So I think I had to wait 2 weeks or even longer to, save up my money. And on the no wait, I don't think it was. Oh wait, because I bought it 2 weeks before we went to go see our family. There we go. So on the 27th of December, also Rinenlin's birthday. Just want to point that out. We went to chapter.
Okay, I think I'm gonna end the video right here. I got stitched together a clip using this free software I just found. I don't know if it's gonna work well because it's free, but I no longer have Adobe Premiere, so yeah, stitching videos together is gonna be interesting with this new app, but we shall see how it goes. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and leave comments. And as always, have a nice day, live, love, and game on. Peace.